Okay, so now it's time to blow our trumpet. I'm gonna summon time just in case. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but it's always best to okay. I'll let it, since it doesn't apparently speak proper English or anything, I'll let it do its thing and I'll read over it once it's done. Maybe. Yeah, I think that might be. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Hello, big boy.
Svelga.
Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Svelga, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminates the path for thee. It doth not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. In an age long past, Mine own king were guilty of like folly. Gullible by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms, yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen blood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness. Wouldn't it be great if I had one of those, what is it, those voice mixer, you know, like changes the sound of your voice so I could sound a bit deeper and a bit more like this dragon. But unfortunately I don't have one of them. Anyway, 1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Two centuries of harmony would follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strength. Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my blood sister, Ratterstock, into an ambush, and took from her that which she craved. Fine would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger of my blood sister's tattered corpse. Defiled by her Elysian allies, they had torn out her eyes, and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labour to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies, hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practised savagery they set about my brood's brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth of the Holy See, would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. 'Tis a song my kind shall never forget. E'en should 10,000 years pass, and Ishgard crumble into dust. It's kind of a sad story.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for his sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirits. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with the dragon kind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Nor that all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Ratterstock essence. But a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then the seed lies within us.
'Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as new-born dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my blood brother shall count for all of the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like the dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigour will be spent ere thou reachest to 10, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perseveration of time is too broad for thee to grasp. "'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratterstock's wound. How could he not be driven mad? "'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone.
Phew, I think I've got a bad throat now. Okay, right, well yeah, that was kind of a sad story actually. I kind of feel for the dragons now. Anyway. Heavensward was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children, and far from mitigating this humiliation. The hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Nope. Nope. What do you think? What do we get this time? It's always like melee, and then like you've got the casters or the ranged stuff afterwards. Anyway, what have we got? Better vitality, better intelligence. It's got crit. Ooh, better than, but it's got higher intelligence. It's got higher vitality, so yeah, that one should be good. We'll get that. The Worm's Lair. Alpha now is considering your party's next course of action.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Heavensward. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And with two Azure Dragoons working in unison, who can say what might be possible? But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Okay. And so our first battle begins. I actually quit my trousers. I remember what I actually got from that last one. Even though I just like completed it 5 minutes ago. Oh, it's elegant pieces that we got. Oh, so it was the next one. Oh, so it was this one where I got. I don't know what I want. I don't know. So anyway, where are we going? Oh, well, okay. Wrong way. Yeah, should take care of him, monk. And I will try and find a way down here. This way? Actually, no, I think we're gonna go through here again. Round 2. Ding ding. And off we go. Have a miasma. I'm so generous. I don't want you to have corners though. My miasma was free of charge. Really? Let me poison you. Alright. We got a dinosaur. On the flocky. Aww. It's my cat. She was on my knee, so I kinda like... Well, I kinda pushed her off. And now she's joined the other cat on the sofa. And yeah, the other cat was sleeping. And now she's kind of like waking her up and, well, like fighting. Well, actually not like fighting. It's more like sitting on her face. But I gotta go through here. There's a smell under there, kitty. Literally like sitting on her face. Let me poison you! Alright, I'm slowed. I've always wanted to be slow. I so want one of them mounts.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul.
Oh, so that's what that is.
Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah. I do believe I picked my trousers. Just double check. Bit of vitality, bit of intelligence, more spell speed, but it is whatever. This is crit though, we've got crit. Yeah, it's mine. New trousers. 124 now, huh? New wins, old friends. Estinian would have you enlist the aid of Sid. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Gladly. Oh, very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Rionet Forum. Selfie, from what I gleaned at the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. Where was that again? Like, yeah, okay. Foundation. Foundation was in pillars. Steel manufacture, okay. Oh wait, I can go there. Already on there. For some reason I thought I could only teleport to the main part of Ishgard, which actually would have found. Not sure. It's actually the main part. It is, so the foundation is the main part of Ishgard. When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Ishgardians on their ailing airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or mayhap even the Sky Steel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is, who? Sir Emmerich would seem the obvious choice, but there is no guarantee he will be able to grant us an audience at such short notice. Ah, I have it. Count Edmund's youngest son prides himself on knowing all of the Holy See's juiciest rumours. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Emma's about. Manderline, I've just called him Emma. Good old Emma and Fat. Right. Fortem's Manor was where again? Pillars. Which is... Last Vigil. It's a lovely shot of your ass, Mr. Chicken Nugget. Anyway, enough of that. Yes, hello Emma. Ah, the hero returns. How goes the flight? Ah, the hero returns. How goes the fight, old girl? Well, I trust... In search of a Sid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he has been tasked with getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing? Yes, I thought as much. Come, Selphie, we must find Sid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Where was that again? Oh, right next door. Perfect. Just how I like it. Wait, we need to map up first though. Oh wait, we're going the wrong way. Are we going the wrong way? I cannot get confused. I presume we need to go down. Yeah, we... Oh well. Follow the path and hope for the best. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Sid! Oh, my Sid! Oh, yes, Sid. Oh, Sid. Oh, Sid. Oh. Oh. Okay. Gotta try restrain myself a bit. Sophie, Alpha now. How fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favour. Another wind barrier? And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise would certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship of her size. But not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And even if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there would be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do. Some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinian stands vigil at the edge of the churning mist, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. It's probably best if I let the lad show you. Come on, the manufactory is not far. Right, and then